wanted to bring you back to the raised beds and kind of bring you an update. This is the mid-April update. These are our shallots and our garlic, all looking great. Lots of good leafy green tops. Finally, after the second planting, I see I got a few carrots over there. And if you look, of course, there's the weeds, you know, that's just something the gardener has to battle. And if you look real closely, right here, got a few little onions that we've come up from seed. Those are, I think, Walla Wallas are what those are. But then I wanted to show you the arugula. It is definitely ready to be thinned, and we can start eating off of that. And the lettuces too. One of the early rains kind of ran some of my seed together, but you can see we are just got an abundance. We got spinach. We can start harvesting spinach for our salads. And then we've got some kale coming up here. Got a few kale plants for the chickens. And here are some more carrots that we replanted together. So today, the rest of this bed is empty. And that bed has been weeded and it's empty. And very, very soon I'm gonna start filling those two beds up. And you saw earlier where I put down the boxes. I've got some weeds that I've weeded on top of that. And that'll help suppress some of the weeds that are underneath, and those that are lying on top will just end up dying, hopefully. I still hope to put a layer of mulch of some kind, whether it be possibly cedar shavings or some kind of wood shavings on top of that, sawdust. I do want to put something on top of that, but I just want to give you a little wide view of where we are. So you can see we've still got just a little bit left in this bed, and then that whole back bed back there, we're going to be planting in it pretty soon. And then my sweet husband and son have filled up my buckets and got a move for me. This is, I didn't pull this out because I'm not sure what this is. I think it's something I planted last year, but I'm not sure what it is. I do have this panel on top, got the rock holding it down because there were some weeds in the dirt, of course, that they brought me. So I was using that to try and kill some of those weeds when the sun comes out. It's Easter Sunday today, so it's a little rainy today here in Northwest Alabama. But today, you can see I brought our box of goodies out. We've got some onions to plant. I've got a celery that we're going to plant. It's that nice root off there. We're going to put that in the ground today. And then down in the bottom, we've got lots of onion sets. So the main goal today is to get these onions planted and then possibly put out some leafy greens, because when I looked on the almanac, it said it was a good day for both of those. So let's get started. So what I've done is I have used my seeding square, and I have tried to put a bunch of holes in here. I think I've put around 50 for this bundle of onions. And we're going to put 16 per square foot, and we're going to get these in the ground. So I just poked a hole with my little stylus thing, just about a ½ an inch. I don't want them too deep. I just want to get the roots in, and it's going to be okay with me if part of the bulb stays out of the ground, because onions do not like to be compacted. They like to have plenty of room, and they tend to grow better and grow larger if they aren't in an area of ground that's very compacted and allows them to grow freely. So that's what I'm doing. I've already got the holes poked in. So what I'm doing now is just putting an onion into each hole. We're going to get them covered up, and the ground's already wet from the rain that we've had this weekend, and we're going to get them fertilized. Now, by standards, Alabama standards, these are really, really late to get these out. Onions are some of the first things that you can put out, but I saw them and I thought, why not? So I'm going to try it. So all I'm doing is just kind of lifting the bulb a little bit out of the hole, trying to make sure I get all the roots down in the hole. Poking it down in the hole and then lifting it up just a little bit so it's not sitting at the bottom of my hole. Just to give it some room, and hopefully it won't get root bound. I've also got some sets that I bought a few weeks ago. Hadn't had a chance to get them in the ground because, as you know, I work full time. And this is just my hobby. But what's the worst that can happen? Maybe they don't get as big as they could have. Maybe they're later than other people's. But you know what? That's okay. I'm still going to be able to provide food for my family. All right, got all those in. So now on to the sets. Now I bought these a couple weeks ago, and just because I haven't been able to get in the garden and it hasn't been good planting days, I have not been able to get them in the ground. So I'm going to have to do a little something different with these. I am still going to put them I'm going to do 16 per square foot. Now, I've got to move my little foot thing. This is a great little thing. I got this at the Dollar Tree. This is a weighting little kickboard. It's wider than a normal knee pad that you might buy at the gardening center or wherever, but for $1.25 it's a little wider, and I love it. So here we are poking holes again, and we're going to plant these sets. Takes care of all of the onions, and it's sprinkling, so time to move on to something else. I can't help myself. I have to plant. I love it. I love planting. I hate the dirt. I know that's crazy. I don't hate the dirt. I just don't like it under my fingernails. So we're gonna plant some carrots. Get rid of these rocks that are in the way. And we're just gonna plant some carrots. You know, I think I'm gonna go up here next to where we had these before. Got a little space right there where I didn't need to put onions. Had enough holes, so I think I'm going to put some carrots out there. So it's starting to rain a little harder, so I decided to come in. I did get those little rows of carrots planted. Got the rest of the onions planted. So we've got corn planted. We've got, still haven't gotten the potatoes in. I guess they'll be late potatoes as well. Had some that we were able to winter over and just haven't been able to get them in the ground. But I'm gonna get them in the ground. So that's where we are today. Got rained out again. I'll see you guys later. Bye.